So after the skin tone is done on the face, like I said, you could always go back and touch things up. But keep in mind, we got all these colors that we have applied here. I'm gonna add some red to his lips and stuff like that. But let's say um, great grandfather's eyes were blue. Instead of making a new layer, like a color layer with a layer mask, maybe instead um, you want to use the same blue as the gentleman's jacket that we used for his eyes. And keep in mind, the color is already applied, and when you're making your color appear, you're only using solid white and solid black on your layer masks. But if we had this blue here for his jacket, maybe we would want to use that same blue for his eyes. And if I zoom in and very carefully, because the layer's already set up and everything, I'm brushing in solid white in this layer here where the gentleman's jacket is right there. Brush in solid white where the eyes are on the layer mask, and it brings up that blue color. But what happens is maybe that is too overwhelming of a blue. So I don't like it. I swap my color back to black and white, and I paint solid black in this area here to hide that. Just showing you the control that you have when you're working with layer masks. So instead of putting that color of his eyes with the gentleman's jacket, then I would have to create another layer with a solid color, pick a blue, fill that with solid black, because I don't want all that blue showing, swap it to solid white, brush the blue in, switch it from normal to overlay, drop the opacity from 100 to maybe 20%. And the reason why I put it back on its own layer is because if I were to, or on its own layer, if I were to drop the opacity of the eyes, and if it was on the same jacket as the gentleman's, it would change the opacity of the jacket along with the eyes, and I don't want to do that because I like the way the color is on the jacket. But the eyes were too bright of a blue, so in order for it to just change the opacity of the eyes and the eyes only, it has to go on its own layer. Stuff like that. However, you'll notice that we did the white for his hair, but maybe we got that same white for his mustache as his hair is right there. So I will go to where his hair is, click on the layer mask, and then with my brush tool, I would paint in the same exact thing for the hair of the mustache as I would here with this hair, and not have to worry about creating a new layer and changing the blending options and stuff like that. It's all going to be the same. And the reason why you change the blending options from normal to overlay is because you're utilizing the shadows and the details and the highlights of the original image, and you're blending in the original image with the color, and it makes the color appear like it's natural. It's very nice. I definitely like this technique. So after got the eyes and I got the hair, I can know it. Like I said, I always go back and touch it up. I'm going to add some color to his lips instead of just having them like the peach color. So it's got to have some type of red tone to it. So solid color, and I know I want a red color, so I'm going to move my slider to some red and hit OK. Go on my layer mask and change it to solid black by option deleting. Go back to solid white because I'm painting solid white into here because I want the red to show up where the lip area is. And I'll go ahead and set my blending options from normal to overlay. And then I'll brush in very carefully with a soft brush, red. But I understand that's very overpowering. I don't want all that. Looks like he's got really bright lipstick on like the Joker. But I'll drop my opacity down a lot, but it still gives me that red tint. And maybe that red tint's a little too high, maybe not. There we go. It's got that red tint, instead of 100%, because that's very overpowering, you're going to drop it down to about 10%. And it gives it a little bit of tone to it, red tone. And then that's pretty much it. You could always change the background if you wanted to, in the same technique. I kind of like how the background is, but if you wanted to change the background, you could go ahead and do that utilizing the same techniques that we've been doing. Go along and take a quick look at like some touch-up areas, like this corner right here. I didn't get the blue in on his jacket, so maybe I'll scroll down to his jacket, solid white, soft brush, and I'll touch that up very carefully. Area there, touch up, stuff like that. And that is it. That's how you add color.